The honourable member for Desnesse, Mississippi, Churchill River.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I listened to the member from Winnipeg North speech maybe a little more intently than I have in the past today, but he claims in his comments that this will not limit individual content created. But on Twitter a couple days ago, the former chair of the CRTC, Mr. Michael Geist, said this in response to a previous intervention from this member, said he's just plainly wrong. Independent senators, former CRT chair, and many experts all agreed Bill C-11 gives the CRTC the power to establish certain regulations involving user content. The Senate tried to fix it, but the minister rejected it. Mr. Speaker, Cody from my riding is an Indigenous entrepreneur of Flying Dust First Nation, and he shared with me that his very successful business is going to be unfairly impacted by Bill C-11 unless this is changed. And that's because of the way the online marketing and social media algorithms to grow his business across Canada and the United States are affected. So my question through you, Mr. Speaker, to the member is, why would Cody believe this member when he has a very partisan interest instead of the former head of the CRTC who has nothing to gain from this?
Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, often we get emails from individuals and they're looking for explanations on party positioning. And what I have found is that there's ample amounts of misinformation that is being advocated, in particular from some parties inside the House of Commons. And so what we find, or what I have found, is that I often have to respond to literally misinformation that is being espoused. Mr. Speaker, I'm not trying to give the impression that the legislation is 100% supported by everyone in the country. What I'm suggesting is that this legislation modernizes the Act, and at the end of the day will ensure that there's a fair, more level playing field.